Hello everybody and welcome to What About the Game. Today I'm going to be talking about Momonga Pinball Adventures by Paladin Studios, released on the Wii U eShop. So as you might have gathered, it's a pinball game with a bit of a story. Rather than being the usual pinball simulation game, this one goes its own way. The story follows a flying squirrel called Momo on his quest to take back his village and his people, which have been invaded by some rather nasty owls. You start the journey getting help from a panda guy who teaches you about the game, but generally it's pinball. Momo becomes the ball and you slam him into different targets, trying to make your way through to different sections of the level, to try to make it to the end. The levels aren't like your normal kind of pinball tables. It's more on a landscape. Sections of the levels are fairly small, and once you're there, you generally can't go back to the one before. It's like you're always making progress. You're getting to an end goal, and you're not alone too. Aside from the panda, you meet a thing. I'm not sure what it is, but he acts as a pinball too, only he's much bigger and stronger. It's a different take on the multi-ball aspect of pinball, and it's done really well. You'll also become friends with a fly thing, who, he will help you distract enemies while you take them out. The game really doesn't dwell on these for too long. You barely have the multi-ball for like half a level and the fly for only a couple. I think in honesty, they really could have stretched these out a little more. With the story being the biggest selling point of Momonga, it's a shame to say that it feels like it's over before it's even started. There are only 9 levels, each of which will take a handful of minutes to complete, and you'll be done with the story in about an hour. I really would have liked to have seen this story be a lot more than it was. I wasn't expecting like a Tomb Raider or Uncharted kind of adventure, but at the least something with a bit more meat to it. There are cutscenes, but they last like a few seconds each. Thankfully, it's still a fun game to play, and it really tries to give you lots of replayability to make up for its briefness. There are 5 goals to achieve on each stage. The first one is always just complete it, and while the other ones offer like a wide variety of challenges. Some might be collect all the stars in the stage, or find the hidden area, or complete it within a certain time limit, and these really aren't that easy. Also, each stage has a 3-star ranking based on how well you do. It takes into account the stars you pick up, the life that you have left, and what goal you accomplish at that time. And considering the amount of stars that are hidden, this is also not too easy in some levels, so there is really some challenge in this game. To distract you from the main game or just give you a little bit more content, there are 3 mini games that you can unlock along the way. The first one is an endless flyer. You control Panda as he glides in the sky trying to collect loads of junk food and avoid the clouds, which will end your game. To make it more interesting, you actually use the gamepad's gyro sensors to control him. It's okay, but you'll probably be done with it after a few goes. The second is a pachinko game. You try to edge the ball into the biggest point zones that you can. It's pachinko. And the third is called arena mode, which is like a survival mode. You make your way through round after round doing different objectives. And I think this is like the closest that you'll come to a real pinball experience in Momonga, and I think it'll actually keep you busy. It did for me for a while. I think everything is done well in the game. It just seems all too brief if you don't take into account replaying the same levels. There's really a lot to like here. I just hope that Paladin Studios can give us something a little more meaty next time around, because this has really whet my appetite for more. I want more of it. I want it bigger. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed what you've heard, then be sure to like and subscribe. It will really help me out so much. And don't forget to check out the full review of Momonga Pinball Adventures on the website, whataboutthegame.com. And if you want to keep up to date with everything that we do, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are below. Okay, thanks guys. Bye bye.